Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jennifer C. at HomeLifeCultureLink.com, Nino Simeka at MortgageGodfather.ca, and Jewelry Forever at JewelryForever.ca. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 90 episodes, 90 weeks of doing this right here, talking with you all. And it's a gray, gloomy, thunderstormy day here in Toronto, but I'm still exciting. I'm still excited. I'm still happy. I'm still awake. Good morning to you all. Hey, we got... Oh, hey, Nightwolf, what's going? Scott, you beautiful beast. Oh, good morning there, Nightwolf. How are you? Lowkey 009, what's up? Romina, hi, Romina. Hello, how are you, Marina? Maria Brown, good morning, Mom. Hello to you all. Skullboy Gamer, I saw in here as well. I Plays Now, hello. Good morning to you all. Welcome to episode 90 of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. And I'm your host, as always, Scott Dion Brown, joined by the greatest co-host in all the galaxy, the one, the only,
Regine Alaina. Happy Sunday, everyone. And yes, 90 episodes. That's a lot of episodes.
That's a big chunk of time, Regine. I know, it's, wow. Who would have thought? Did you think we'd get this far, Regine? What'd you think?
No. I'm just kidding. I mean, anything is possible, and I think because now we've got the groove of what the show is like and what the show could potentially become, I wouldn't be surprised if we get to 190 plus. Imagine 900, like adding another zero to that.
900 episodes.
That's a commitment.
That's going to take... is that more than a decade away? I'm not good with the maths, but yeah, that's a while. But hey, who knows, Virginia? Yeah, it's possible because you're right. I feel like we have fallen into a groove now. It's something we enjoy doing. Hey, it could happen.
It doesn't feel like a job, yeah.
No, it doesn't. KTC Asmom, hello, welcome. Nightwolf, sorry I haven't been in streams as much, just having some emotional problems. I'm sorry to hear that there, Nightwolf, but don't you worry about a thing. I'm happy that you made it here today, and I hope everything's okay with you. Julio232, hello, mate. Hello, Julio232, what's going on? How are you? And Bcraft, hi. Hello, Bcraft, how are you?
There's a lot of people on here.
Yeah, we got quite a few people tuning in this morning. Well, you know what, guys? So usually, this show, we have a guest. On this show, right, Regine?
Yes.
But today we decided, for 90 episodes, the guest is kind of us, and also kind of you guys, yes. the viewers. We thought, you know what? We haven't done one of these since, I don't even remember, what episode did we do? We did do a Q&A episode a long time ago.
It was like one of our first episodes still.
Yeah. We did like a get to know each other type thing. And it just actually kind of seems like a pretty fitting time. 90 episodes. It's one of the 10s. Mm-hmm. I'm actually here.
Especially, exactly. And the fact that, we had such a huge amount of people in the chat last week throwing out their questions. We thought, why not do it ourselves? So since there are a bunch of people on here, one person already asked a question, I think it works out.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, guys. So it's gonna be a Q&A type episode. So if you have any questions for me or for Regine or really just about anything, I mean, we'll pretty much
just ask us
anything.
anything.
Yes.
Just keep it appropriate, please.
Yeah, keep it appropriate. Yeah.
Please.
Okay, so should we dive? Well, first of all, Regine, let's start how we usually start. How was your week? What'd you do? What'd you get up to?
I finally got a haircut. With everything going on in the world of COVID, everything was shut down. I finally got a haircut and I finally got my eyebrows done, so I feel like myself again.
That's good.
How about you, Scott? Oh, sorry.
What did I do? On Tuesday, I was on set.
Nice.
I was in one of the made-for-TV movie. So I was on set. So things have been starting to open up again. I mean, like, you were able to get a haircut. And it was people are starting to go sort of back to work cautiously with, restrictions and safety measures in place. What you have to? Did they do anything special? What did you have to do for your haircut? Did they do stuff for you?
Just keep my mask on. They were very sanitary, kept everything clean. Like, I've been getting my nails done since phase 2 started, and the amount of times I've hit myself on plexiglass. You would think I'd get used to it by now, but I'm not. But it was fine. Like, everyone is keeping their distance. I can ask you the same question since it's been a while since you've been on set. How was that like?
Yeah, being on set was cool. It was like, a lot of things were the same. Is that it's a fun atmosphere, and I love being on a set just because you can tell that pretty much everybody there really loves working in the film industry. So there's this passion there that like everybody's always having a really, really good time. I mean, not every single time. Sometimes things get tense, but for the most part, it's like it's always a cool place to be.
Yeah.
But it was just different. Like, everybody's masked, and like the crew, nobody's supposed to come near you unless they absolutely have to. When the makeup artists come near you, they're wearing face shields, they're wearing masks and all that stuff. And it's interesting. Actually, one thing that's funny. So I had to get a haircut a couple weeks ago because I was going to be on camera.
Because you just snip every.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I had gotten into the habit of like just cutting things off, but I finally went and got a proper haircut. And but then so when I was in the makeup chair on set, the makeup artist was doing my makeup and she was like fixing my hair, right? And I was wearing my mask, and she was like, he's like, "Oh, that's weird. You're like, your haircut like perfectly goes around your mask." And I was like, wait, it probably does because I got my haircut wearing a mask. So when he cut my hair, he cut around the mask, so it like compensates for the mask. So anyway, it was pretty funny. I'm like, that's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence.
No, well, my mom, because I went with her when she got her hair done as well, and she got highlights. So she's like, should I move my hair so that it gets foiled? But hey, you got COVID hair when your hair fits the mask.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's just another weird thing that's just another weird thing about this time we're living in. All right, let's look at the chat.
Did you
wait?
Sorry. Did you ever get cake or donuts or pie or whatever you've been waiting for on set?
On set? So there was some dessert. So the way they did food now is, I was at 2 different sets. The first one was they just had like everything on display, but in boxes. So you had like chicken, there was a meat one, and there was a vegetarian one. So you could just go up and grab the one that you want, but it's prepackaged, so you can't like serve yourself. I did notice though that there was a guy walked around, and there was a mini dessert inside. It wasn't like cookies or cake. It was like it was like a small little bag of cookies built into it. And then also the guy came around at one point and was like, "Anybody want an ice cream sandwich?" And I was like,
"You're like, yes."
Yes. So then I ate an ice cream sandwich. Yes.
Nice.
So that was the plan. Oh, Bcraft asks, "Are you the real Scott? You don't look the same, but you sound the same." That's true. You know why? Because the Scott in the gaming live streams is always wearing a hat and always wearing
and sunnies.
Sunglasses. Yeah. It's only on the sit down that I don't wear them. Tuping, good morning. How are you, Tuping? A person of existence. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Tuping also wants ice cream. Me too. Oh, I should probably also
Same.
address like I'm wearing a hockey.
Yeah, why are you wearing that?
Well, because guys, hockey is back, and it's playoffs. Like they basically had to restart. They basically kind of skipped over the rest of the season. We've gone straight to a special playoff tournament, and Leafs play tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. So I will be watching, and I'm excited. So
Well, Raptors won yesterday against the Lakers.
yeah, there you go. And Regine and I are both in
So-
Toronto. I know many people tuning in are not Toronto people, but we
Yeah.
certainly are. So go Leafs, go Raptors, and
Yes.
I'll be cheering for the Leafs tonight.
What are
Greg
your
Noguera.
thoughts on?
Oh, sorry, Greg Noguera. Hi, Greg. How are you? How are you, Greg?
Hi, Greg.
KTC Asmom says
What-
the Lakers are better.
No.
Anyway, what were you
No,
gonna say,
they're
Regine?
not.
Sorry.
I forgot what I was gonna ask you. Oh, what are your thoughts on baseball? Because I know your family is huge on watching baseball. I know your dad
Yeah.
posts about it all the time. And I heard that recently they might postpone the season all over again because of all the high cases of COVID amongst the players. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't watch it anyway, but you guys are super fans, so I want to know your thoughts.
Well, actually, so you know what I heard about baseball was I thought when I heard that baseball, I wasn't following any of it very closely, right? But I know, so for example, with hockey, they've created a bubble, basically. So I know in Toronto and Edmonton. So Toronto, I actually drove by the Royal York Hotel. They've put up.
Did you see anyone?
No, but they've literally put up like a high walled fence with like NHL branding all around the entire building. So, and they've just taken it over. So like everybody inside that hotel is just related to the NHL. And so it's basically once you're in there, once you're tested and you're not allowed to come out, you're only allowed to go to the arena and back. Like it's really strict, right? Because they're taking it seriously. I assumed that baseball was doing the same thing. Apparently, though, they're not. Like, they're not at all.
Because NBA is like that, where they're all in Florida.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So NBA has also done that, but apparently baseball. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to speak too freely in terms of like. I'm sure they've done some things, like maybe they've stepped up testing. I don't know, but they've definitely not created a bubble the way the NHL has. And so when I heard, I think it was Florida that had like 12 players test positive, right before a game or something. I mean, it's like, I'm almost like, well, what did you expect to happen, So
Exactly.
So I'm kind of I'm sad that baseball's leaving. Like I don't want baseball to go away. Like I was hoping it would be back, but I think they should have gone the route of the other sports did, which I guess they haven't. That's it. But okay. Should we get some? What were you gonna say, Regine?
And so Q&A.
Yeah, should we get some questions? Okay, some people are in the stream. Ricardo Milosh 154 giving me looks like a fist bump or something. He gave like a fist bump emoji. I don't know. Hi, how are you? Welcome. 90 episodes. Okay. So few people sent questions. FaZe Trizen asked, "Is that your sister?" No.
Do we look alike?
I mean,
No.
Not really.
I'm a few shades darker.
That's true, I guess. FaZe Trizen, no. This is my co-host, Regine, Alaina, and we are not related. We are not related.
No.
Okay, that's good. What else we got?
Greg asked a question. What quality would you want from your co-host if you could?
Oh.
I mean...
you want to go?
I
You
have
go
a
first.
co-host. I have a co-host, and there he is, and he has his own qualities, so there's my answer.
I actually think... Yeah. Xavier Mejia, how are you, Xavier? Welcome to the stream. Okay, other questions. Let's see. Oh, a person.
You didn't answer your question.
Oh yeah. What do I look forward to co-host? Actually, you know what I'll say is,
Rude.
honestly, Regine, it's kind of funny, and I know somebody else asked like how our inspiration for the show, which we'll get to a little bit later, but it's funny how like it wasn't really planned that, or rather, you and I didn't plan it to like do the show together, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was so the way that it started, the way that the show started was actually it was Jennifer C. I guess we can, yeah, Jennifer C.
Yeah, it actually answers another question, so that works out.
So Jennifer C. was looking to start a show on Crosswave Radio, which was where we used to do the show. Okay, and she wanted to do the show, and it was something that she was looking to support, and she needed hosts. She was looking for people to host the show, and she asked us both kind of separately. And
Scott answered first.
yeah. So, well, you know what the thing is, I remember originally, I think, if I remember, it was going to be, she asked me to host it, and then at the time, you were really busy, and you said at the time that like, okay, I'll be this co-host, but you're like, I'm not sure if I can commit to doing it every single Sunday. And so I remember when it was first brought on, I was like, oh, we'll start, Regine will be like the co-host, and maybe there'll be like a rotating co-host, because Regine might be too busy, there may not be time,
But who's here more than you are?
I know, that's the thing. And then it kind of like, what I like is that, and again, I'm getting a long way around to answering the question that Greg asked, is what I look for in a co-host, is that we hit it off really well, I think. And what I like is, I don't know, I mean, what I would say, Greg, what qualities, I think Regine is like just a perfect co-host, because what I find is there are moments when, one, I go way off topic, or sometimes
like right now.
I'll just sure, yes, exactly, or I'll like hit a wall where I just I'm not sure what to say, or like, and it's a bit harder doing it over Skype because of the delay, but especially when we're in person, there are moments when I'll suddenly just like talk and then stop, and you'll just sort of slide in and fill in the, you know what I mean? And it's just I don't know, it's just worked out really, really well, and now I don't really.
I think the two of us, our personalities, we are one different but similar, and so we balance each other out in terms of the show, or even when we MC events.
Yeah, I think you're right, and we've definitely, I mean, after 90 episodes, I think we've gotten used to the feel and just how to work with each other. But I actually think there wasn't that much of an adjustment phase, though. It was kind of like I found that I had to
see together before.
That's true too. Yeah, no, that's true too. Is that we had hosted other live events together. It was just I find the biggest thing I probably learned as we roll along is just how to get used to interviewing people, which is something I'm still getting used to, but that's been more of the learning curve. I think you and I haven't really had to do much in terms of figuring out our own stuff or figuring out how to work together. It's more, putting on a show and stuff. Okay, that was a good question. Thanks for the question, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
Okay, what else do we got? I don't want to. FaZe tries and says, in your tournaments, I have a 100% win rate. Oh, sorry, a person of existence says this. In your tournaments, I have a 100% win rate because I won 1 out of 1 games. Hey!
Nice.
That's pretty good. I mean, one win, that's all you need. That's all you need. FaZe tries and says, you are related. I think you meant to say both, but you both are people. So I guess we're related in the sense that we're all related because we're all part of the same species. Makes sense.
Here's a
Michael
question
Lowney.
from
Oh, yeah, you can ask. I just want to say hi to Michael Lowney. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
I have not been here in the past stream. Sorry, I'm late. No problem, Michael. How are you? It's a Q&A stream. And hello. Dio Brown. Where's Scott? I know I look different. I'm wearing my Leaf jersey, no hat, no sunglasses, but it's me. It's me. Okay, let me make sure. Oh, Mike Brown, my dad is here. Have a great show. Good morning. Hello. Okay, okay, Regine, what were you going to say?
No worries. Dana asked on Instagram, how did you guys meet?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. Dana asked.
Do you know the answer? Because I
honestly,
do you?
So I actually I do not know, because I don't remember the first time that we met. My assumption is that we met at a pageant event of some kind, but I actually can't remember which one. or when it was. Do you actually remember? Do you remember the first time that you actually met me?
I know we officially worked together for Miss PIDC's pageant when you, myself, and I'm forgetting her name now, but another pageant winner emceed the pageant together. I believe that was more than 5 years ago, like 7 years ago, I want to say. And I know that we've done a bunch of different fashion shows together, just not modeling together, just different segments.
Yes, but I can't remember.
And
which...
that was in.
Oh yeah.
I think that was like 2012.
2012.
And then I think PIDC was 2013 because it was after I competed in the Philippines.
And we met after that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how did we meet? I guess the simple answer to the question, how did we meet, is
PIDC.
Yeah, PIDC, which is the Philippines Independence Day Council. They put on a bunch of events because Regine and I are both, well, I'm half Filipino, Regine is Filipino, so we have been involved in a few sort of community type events over the years. And we met at one of those events. And yeah, we'd also been chosen to host a couple as well. And I assume that must be why Jennifer asked the two of us to host a show.
She asked us to host because we both emceed top choice events throughout the years.
I guess that makes sense. That's right. That's true, I guess. Yeah, that's right. And we had both hosted the like a Canada's Top Choice pageant together, right? We had done that.
We did the first one together, and then the second year I competed, and then the third year I did not MC because I was doing my crown, whatever it's called. I was giving away my crown. And the fourth year, we've emceed enough times together.
Yeah. So it makes sense. So how did we meet? We met at events, and then eventually we ended up being asked to co-host together because we had both hosted at other things, and that's how it goes. Oh, Dio Brando is taken off. All right, have a great morning, Dio Brando. Thanks for stopping by. By the way, everybody, smash that like button if you haven't yet. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. If you're watching on Twitch or if you're watching on D Live, we would appreciate a follow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else do we got?
Dana also asks, what is your inspiration for the show?
Actually, that's a good question. I would say probably, especially early on, I wanted to model the show after podcasts that I enjoy, which specifically, if I had to pick the one that's probably the most, would be the H3 podcast. I don't know, Regina, if you've ever seen the H3 podcast or not. But I still tune into the H3 podcast fairly regularly. Not all the time, but I do. It's fun to listen to. And I just really liked the concept of like a long form discussion, specifically one that's not really structured. Mm-hmm. And one thing I remember, actually, I remember, Regine, when we were still doing the show at the old studio.
Mm-hmm.
You remember, like, some of the people who were kind of involved behind the scenes, they were kind of try to get us to. They wanted us to bring in segments. So they would be like, hey, how about this? The first, break it down. Maybe the first 15 minutes, you could have this happen, and then maybe you could have a segment where, like, maybe there's like some music, and then you could have a segment, like, right? And
we're like, no.
Yeah, I pretty much was just like, we're just gonna do what we want. And the thing is, I'm not opposed to the concept of like some segments. Like, for example, before we started doing it on Skype, right? Before we started doing it on Skype, like, we had a couple segments like the Barrel of Monkeys challenge, right? Or
learning Tagalog.
Sure, we had that, or then we have musical breaks. Like, if an artist is there, they'll perform live.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like the idea of that sort of spontaneity, because I know me personally, when I'm watching a podcast or an interview, I don't necessarily like really planned or like canned questions. and then the artist sort of gives, a canned answer that you can hear. Like, I want to know, what does that person have in their fridge? You know what I mean? Or what do they do when they're not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And we get that a lot, where we get artists come in and they're like, "Can you send us our questions?" I'm like, I don't have questions. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, especially thinking about that annoys me is I'm like, now you're asking me to like write down a list of questions, right?
That we might not even ask you.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. How many times does it happen where like sometimes I will make a little list. Like if I know an artist has done something, right? Or I know that there's something that, they just came out with, or they did something that interests me, I'll write it down and be like, oh, I gotta make sure I ask about that. Because I also have a really bad short-term memory. But, or I'll just forget things. But I would write it down, but sometimes the whole interview would go by and I wouldn't even ask it because we just got so busy talking about something else, right? So that's how it goes. So yeah, what was my inspiration for this show? It was other podcasts and just in general long form interviews. Probably the Joe Rogan podcast as well. He's obviously the biggest one. And I just like the idea of just sitting down and just talking with somebody, and then the people who are watching, just get a chance to get to know the person, hopefully in a way that they never got to. And actually, one thing that was cool was like last week obviously was it was far and away our biggest episode we've ever had. It was Christina Tontera Young was on from Warrior Nun, and we had I think several hundred, and I think the video is close to 5,000 views now of
oh wow,
fans of the show, the Halo bearers as they call themselves, right? But a lot of the reaction, which I loved, was people really liked, like they felt like they got to know her like in a way that maybe they didn't before, because we did talk about Warrior Nun, and we talked about the stuff about the show, but then we also got into stuff that, she really likes musicals. She's into dressmaking.
Like you.
Yeah, exactly.
Not dressmaking, but
not dressmaking. But yeah, musicals. We have the same favorite musical. But it was just like we learned things that, you wouldn't. And that's what I like about it. That's my hope about the show. That's kind of what I want to achieve with it. So, So yes.
Someone asked a question, Scott.
What is it?
What type of music do we listen to?
Oh, you want to go first?
I listen to literally anything, but I'm more into late 90s, early 2000s throwbacks. When you put Missy Elliott on or anything J-Lo, those are my happy tunes, but I do like a bit of country because I do appreciate acoustic more than punk rock or EDM. Yeah, I'd rather listen to acoustic music. And I'm one to appreciate the lyrics more than the actual song, which is probably why I am geared towards country. Fun fact, not a lot of people know that about me, actually.
There you go. Regine likes country fan from time to time.
How about you, Scott? Besides your musicals.
Yeah, if I had to pick one that I probably listen to the most, it's probably rock and pop. More rock, probably most. But I'm very much. It depends on my mood.
You like your classics.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of music from like the 70s and 80s, and even the 60s sometimes too.
I am 90s and 2000s.
Yeah. Well, I like the Beatles, the Stones, like David Bowie, Queen, a lot of those guys, and
Spice Girls, Beyonce.
Yeah. I mean, I like those as well. But I've kind of shifted. Like, what I'll usually go to is something from that era, and then I'll also, but more recently, I've been getting a lot more into 80s. I like a lot of the 80s rock, a lot of the 80s power rock. Like, I've been listening to the Scorpions lately, AC/DC, and then I like some of the 80s, like I don't know what they call it, new wave. So like I've been listening to Duran Duran quite a bit, which is pretty funny. I think Duran Duran is pretty awesome. So I listen to a lot of that, but also, again, depending on my mood, like we talked a bit about bardcore last week.
Yeah, you did.
Which is like, you know, medieval style music, medieval style versions of modern songs. And I listen to that for hours. Or like I said, I'll get in the mood, I'll listen to Phantom of the Opera for a week or more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yep.
yeah, it's just yeah, so probably my bass line would be pop and rock, but you know, sometimes I'll listen to jazz, sometimes I'll listen to classical. Yeah. Goes up and down.
What's your favorite music to perform?
Oh, rock.
Just on the topic.
Definitely rock. Yeah, I mean, it's probably because I also like I play guitar and I sing. And I love just, you know, get the beat going and although when I'm on my own, it's nice to just do an acoustic guitar song as well. But predominantly rock, I would say.
Nice.
Did we miss anybody? Tomatoes, potatoes. How are you, tomatoes, potatoes? Welcome.
Someone asked, what is your favorite thing to eat? I saw it earlier. I just don't remember who asked.
Yeah. Oh, and tomatoes, potatoes. Yeah. What's your favorite food? Yeah. Also, before we get to it, Splat Borat is in the chat. Hey, it's right, Splat Borat. It's game day. Splat Borat, everybody. If you're watching on Twitch, he's actually a friend of mine. I know him from high school, and he does a lot of Splatoon 2 streams. So if you guys want to give him a follow, he's a cool guy and he's a friend of mine. Splat Borat, shout out to you. And yeah, go Leafs go there, Splat Borat. Game day tonight. That's right. Favorite food. I don't know if I have a favorite
like
food.
if someone were to be like, Scott, what do you want to eat? Like right now.
I always say, I don't know. I don't know. And actually,
like if you were like, what are you craving? Like so COVID, things are opening up now. What is the first thing you're gonna eat?
So here's the problem.
I slapped my hand out loud.
I very rarely crave a specific food. Sometimes I'll crave something like, I tend to have a sweet tooth. So usually if I'm craving something, it's usually like something sweet. But it's not really important what it is. If I have to pick textures and things I like, I usually like hearty, juicy foods. So like
a stew?
Like a stew or even like a burrito with like a lot of stuff in it, or like a lasagna, you know, or a cake that's a very juicy cake. You know what I mean?
Juicy cake?
It's very rare. In fact, what I'll find is like, and maybe this can be some like relationship advice for people, right? But like, so my girlfriend will be like, "Hey, what do you want to eat?" Right? And I'll be like, "Oh, whatever. Like, I don't care. Like anything. I'll eat anything." Right? Yeah. And guys, here's the thing: when somebody asks you what you want to eat, and you just say anything, right? Sometimes like that can be annoying, because the reason that like you think you're being accommodating, and that's what I thought. I'm being like,
you're not.
I don't care. Like whatever you want to eat, right? But the truth is, you're being asked because, you know, she's not sure either, and she making that decision can also be tiring. So when they're asking you what you want to eat, it's better just to choose something. But because I rarely ever feel like a specific thing, I genuinely, like, a lot of the times I don't care what we eat. You know, like if I was hungry, I would just go to the fridge and I would grab whatever's there.
Grab a banana.
Grab a banana, put some peanut butter, or just whatever, and just eat it, just to not be hungry anymore, which is kind of a weird thing to think, but
that's such a guy thing to do.
Yeah, I guess it is, but it literally is, because I very, very rarely feel like a specific thing. It's oftentimes like I just don't feel like being hungry anymore. And also, you know what it is actually as well, when choosing a restaurant to eat, I care much less about the food, like as long as it's not gross tasting. I care less about the food and more about the atmosphere. So like, you know, if I'm in a bar type mood, right, it's not because I necessarily want bar food, even though I like bar food. It'll be more that I'm in the mood for the atmosphere of a bar with a beer in my hand, you know, or like if I want to go to a restaurant, it's because I want like darkened lights and like, you know, violins.
Fancy.
Yeah. Did you say what your favorite food was? Did I just have to? Okay, what's your favorite food, Regine? I just talked forever.
You do. It's okay though. I love Mexican, Italian, and Japanese food, which is probably why I appreciate Filipino food, because it is a fusion of all of those. So, yeah. Like if or
yeah.
chicken wings. I love chicken wings.
Yeah. I everything you just described, I love. I love all of those things. So that's why, that's the other problem, is it's like, if you were to be like, oh, let's go eat, you can mention any of those things, and every single one of them, I'd be like, yeah, let's do that. I'm down. Let's eat those. but it's better people if you're, you know, if your partner asks you what to eat, you're better just to pick one of them. If you don't care, just pick one.
Or you can do what I do, and I'll be like, I don't know, you pick, and then they pick, and I'm like, oh, I don't want that.
Yeah. Well, that always happens too. That'll happen as well. But even that helps. Even that helps because that person is still helping you in your decision, right? Because maybe you're not sure what you want, but then when I'm like, someone goes sushi, right? And you're suddenly like, actually, no, I don't want sushi. But at least at that time it's helping. Face tries to keep saying, please.
But how do you not want sushi?
Oh no, I do want sushi. Oh, that's true. Like I can think of, in fact, I actually can't think of any time when I've ever been like,
I don't want sushi.
I genuinely like don't want that. It's been so, I can't even remember the last time I did it. Yeah. Face tries and says, please like and sub. Yes, that's right. Like and sub,
me too.
everybody. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Also, Regine, guys, a link in description. Regine's channel is there as well. She, you've been doing a bunch of different things, unboxings and some makeup tutorials and things.
Reviews.
So,
yeah.
Reviews.
I'm still trying to figure out what my channel is all about, but yeah.
Well, you know, you're building it up, Regine. You're figuring it out. I mean, your channel is basically about you, so it's whatever you want.
Sushi.
Yeah. Bcraft asks, what is your favorite movie? That's a hard one for me.
I like classic. Like I love any Disney movie because I'm just a Disney fanatic. But I could watch Wizard of Oz and Sound of Music 1,001 times and Grease 1,002 times and call it a day. Like if I am feeling like blue or I'm a little bummed out or I want like my spirits lifted, then I'll throw Grease on and the music will just automatically put me in a good mood.
If you had to choose one movie, what would it be?
I don't know. I would say I don't know. I'll say Grease for.
Oh. Did we lose Regine? I might have lost Regine. Did I lose Regine? Regine, I think she said Grease. I think she said Grease. Well, let's see if we can get her back. I'm not sure what happened. Did she go down? Yeah, she is frozen. I'll keep talking with you guys, though. My favorite movie, so that's a tough one for me, but if I... I'm coming back. Can you guys hear me? You guys can see me now. There you go. Hi. Sorry, guys. Skype messed up. F's in the chat. Yes, I'm back. So favorite movie. So when I was a kid, I used to love Back to the Future. That was a movie that I watched every day when I came home from school. If you haven't seen Back to the Future, highly recommend it. Back to the Future is an awesome movie. Watch it. Yeah, no, what happened was we were on a Skype call, Bcraft, and I think Regine's thing crashed. And because hers crashed, it ended the call. So let's see. Can we get her back? Can we get her back? Let me see. Let's see if we can get her back. Let me try. Hang on. Where are you, Regine? There we go. Let's see if we can add her back. So yeah, Aquagoated, yes, ask away. You can definitely ask your question. Ask away.
What happened?
There you are. I don't know what happened. What happened there?
I was like, Scott, add me back to the call, and then you added me back to the call. That's all that matters.
Okay,
that was weird.
Hello.
Sorry.
So yeah, if I was a kid.
My power didn't go out.
Okay, good. It was just the call disconnected or something. But yeah, I was just telling them my favorite movie. So if I had to pick when I was a kid, probably Back to the Future, and then somewhere along the line,
that's a good movie.
Yeah, I love that movie. Highly recommend. Watch it.
All of them.
Yes, but part 1 is the best one. But and then when I got a little bit later on, I discovered the Star Wars trilogy, and that was definitely my favorite movie for a long time, or my favorite series of movies for a long time. Regine disagrees, but they're my favorites. When I got a little older,
Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel's pretty good. I like Marvel.
Sorry.
But I still like the other ones more. But now I think I've more recently I've really fallen in love with Christopher Nolan movies. I think Christopher Nolan is just the best film director around. And I think if I had to pick a favorite movie right now, and I don't know necessarily if it's always going to be the case, or if I'm even... Anyways, I would have to say Interstellar. I love the movie Interstellar. Love it. So yeah, I'll say Interstellar right now, but as a kid growing up, it was always Back to the Future. And all that stuff. And yeah, FaZe tries and says, go sub to Regine Alaina, like her vids, and turn on notifications. Exactly. Thank you. Hey, Jocks, what's up? Welcome to the stream, Jocks. Aquagoated asks, what is your favorite video game? Do you have a favorite video game, Regine? I know. Do you have a favorite?
I loved Mario Party as a kid.
Okay. That still exists.
On Nintendo 64.
All right.
Or I don't know. If I play video games, it's at like an arcade like Dave and Buster's. I don't really play any other. Actually, that's a lie. I have been playing Ticket to Ride on Xbox One. Like I play the board game, but because there's no one else to play against, I just play against the computer people on TV.
Oh, well that's
yeah.
Okay. So there you go. So wait. So
I
pick
like
one.
Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Ride is your favorite game?
No. At the moment, that's the only thing I'm playing. But I prefer Mario Party because you can actually play with other people. Yeah. But like the first two. I like 1 and 2.
Okay, there you go. That counts. Mario Party's still around, actually.
I'm not a video game person, so that was a great question.
No. Aquagoated says Mario is good. Aquagoated says Mario is good. That's what my brother plays. Bam. There you go.
Thanks. How old is your brother?
Yeah. FaZe tries and says, it's a me, Mario. And so did Aquagoated.
Oh my god.
It's a me. My favorite game of all time, and I think it will always be, it'll always have a special place in my heart. Maybe you guys know already.
Oh, I know. I don't know why I asked the question. I know.
This guy right here, guys. The one and only Mega Man. Mega Man.
Someone on Instagram asks, while you're showing off your toys, Ashley Taylor asks, what is the first place you would like to go on vacation once the world's lockdown is over?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, hang on. Oh, so finishing off, specifically Mega Man 2. When I was a kid...
So you already finished.
Yeah, I finished it. But Mega Man 2 is still a game that, like, if I'm just sort of... Actually, lately it's become Brawlhalla. But for the longest time, if I was just, like, going to sit and play video games for a bit, I would always just jump into Mega Man 2 and just go. Because that's a game that I can beat... Well, I beat it for the first time, actually, like, not very long ago. But before that... Mega Man 2 was just always the game. Anyway, sorry, let's go back to the next question.
Where would you like to vacation once the world is off lockdown?
Oh, that's a good question. Do you want to go first? Do you have one in mind?
I'm not a big as much as I would love to travel, I don't travel as much as you. So I feel like you should answer this first.
Okay. Well, what's funny is so I actually did have a vacation planned before this hit, which was we were gonna go to Japan, and I think it would be so cool to I really really love the idea of going to Japan. There's so many things. In fact, what's cool is like when I was a kid, right? I didn't realize how many things that I grew up loving were originally from Japan, right? Like I didn't even as a kid. Well, yeah, Mega Man. Like I didn't really even understand that like Nintendo, for example, that was like a Japanese. Like when you're little, you don't understand countries or anything, right? But so I imagine like Mega Man and like even Mario and all that stuff. Like those were all Nintendo. The best video games in the world all came from Japan. The Ninja Turtles.
Sushi is from Japan.
Yeah, sushi's from Japan. Yeah, I was a huge Ninja Turtle fan. Ninja Turtles are from Japan. Like so many things. Anyway, I really was excited to go. So yeah, if I had to pick where I would want to go vacation now, it would be just to do that.
Japan.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is, it's not even necessarily a vacation as much as I've realized that I'm starting to miss the little things, especially with summer. Being able to just go sit on a patio and like, have a drink and sit in the sun, or like go to a bar, watch a game. Like I miss those things, and I know that they're starting to open up again, and that they're starting to.
I've been to a patio.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. It's like they are starting to come back, like, and they are open. But I guess the thing is, I miss being able to go to a patio and not have to think about any of that
Not
other
worry.
stuff. Yeah, like even now, I can go to a patio, but the servers are wearing masks and shields, and a lot of people are wearing masks, and I got to keep my distance, and I got to be aware of what I'm touching and the food, and there's just all this extra stuff that's now going along with it, which is why I've chosen, even though patios have opened, I've kind of chosen not to, even though the options are there. And I'm not sure when that will be, because I know like in Toronto we're talking about moving to phase 3 now. I guess what I miss
we are in phase 3.
Yeah. So tomatoes, potatoes. So yeah, how is it not Brawlhalla? Like I said, Mega Man 2 will always be my favorite game of all time. Brawlhalla is probably my favorite game right now, because I'm really enjoying it and playing it, and we're all playing it together. It's pretty awesome. Oh, Aquagoated asked your question. My brother is 12. He has a muscular disease and a broken hip, so he can't do much. So he likes to relax and play Mario and stuff, and he has a Wii and Nintendo 360. Awesome. Well, shout out to your brother there,
Nice.
Aquagoated. I'm sorry he has a broken hip. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it heals up.
Ouch.
And
Have you ever broken a bone?
I have actually
Sorry.
no. I actually haven't broken a bone. However, maybe I think. Well, no. So I think once I broke my pinky toe. I think.
Ow.
So there used to be this pillar in my parents' basement, and I was just like running through the basement, and I like slammed my foot into it.
Ouch.
And the reason I think I broke it is because it really, really, really hurt for like quite a long time. Like it hurt for quite a long time. But what I found, like apparently when you break your toe, like there's not really anything they can do for it. Like it's not like they put a little cast and repair it or whatever. They just kind of just.
It's so small.
Yeah. So that's why I didn't go to the hospital for it. I just sort of let it heal, and it feels like it's back to normal now. I don't know, but my point is, so I've never like gone and broken a bone or anything, but if I have broken a bone, it was my tiny little pinky toe. But it's all healed now. It was quite a few years
Knock
ago.
on wood.
I've chipped my teeth.
How? Hockey?
One was in hockey, playing hockey, and the other one was when me and my brother were kids.
Did you run into the post? I'm kidding.
I smashed headfirst into a post. No, when me and my brother were kids, he was like asleep, and I remember I had like a bottle. I think I was drinking a bottle of like root beer or like cream soda. It was like a glass bottle, And I was like,
Oh.
I went and laid next to him, and I was kind of like bugging him that he was sleeping, like I was just annoying him. And he kind of reached over and like he was like, stop, and he elbowed me. And he elbowed me and like hit the bottle, and the bottle hit my tooth. So it was just like bing, and I was like, ah, and it chipped my front tooth. It chipped my front tooth.
Was it your baby tooth at least?
No. So like my front tooth, in fact, what's weird is it's like, can't hard to tell, but like it's basically the very corner of like the outside corner of one of my teeth. I can't remember which one it is like slightly like diagonal. It's like a diagonal like this.
Now you're never gonna get casted again because you
Oh,
just
no.
told people your
But then
teeth aren't.
But no, what's funny is I told you how I also chipped my tooth playing hockey. And it wasn't even playing hockey. It was during practice, and me and my friends were like, me and my one buddy we were like skating at each other in the circle and like smashing into each other just for fun. And I chipped my other tooth in the exact same way, so it's kind of
So
even.
it just looks like.
Yeah, so they're both chipped like this. So
Oh
that's how
my
it goes.
god! So it looks like it's just naturally like that.
Yes. Oh, Taylor just got
Oh
it,
my
and I'll
God.
do it again, and I'll do it again. Yeah, exactly. I'll do it again. Yeah. Exactly. Any other questions? Let's see. What else are people asking? Oh, Aqua Goated. When I was born, I had a scuffed lip. Oh, really? That's well, you came out hardcore there, Aqua Goated. That's interesting. Cool. Oh, Scott, did you see the Raptors game last night? I did not. I did not see the Raptors game. I did hear they won.
I watched highlights.
You watched
Yeah.
highlights? Cool. So yeah, basketball's back. Hockey is back. It's
Your brother asked a question.
What is it?
Can you backflip off a diving board?
Yes. So Taylor Brown asked me, can I backflip off a diving board? Yes, I can, but I stopped doing that because one time I was doing backflips off a diving board, and I was doing it all day. I was doing it all day, and I did a backflip, and after like the 20th backflip, I was too close to the diving board, and I smacked the top of my head on the diving board.
Oh my.
Yeah. And then it didn't hurt that much, but then I came out of the pool.
God.
I came out of the pool, and like I couldn't tell because you're covered in water, right? So you're dripping. But what I didn't know was like
Ew.
there was just blood like just dripping down my face. So
Oh my god.
yeah. So I had to go to the emergency room, and they
At least you're not far from the hospital. But
yeah, it was
like...
pretty close by. So they in fact, I'm trying to remember. I think they stapled me. They stapled me close. They put like staples in my head. It's like a staple gun. And
Oh god.
so anyway, after that, I've literally not done a backflip off a diving board ever since. So I've retired from that.
I don't think I've never attempted to do that.
Yeah, but Taylor Brown, to answer your question, yes.
You can if you wanted to.
I can do it. If I had to, I can do it, but I don't do it anymore because my head. Yeah.
He's traumatized.
Yes. Oh, we should do the ad break, shouldn't we? Do you have to leave right at 12? Do you still have to leave right at 12?
I do. I mean,
Okay.
you can continue talking, but I do need to go.
All right. Well, let's do the ads, and then well, you have to leave in 3 minutes, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you do. Okay,
Sorry,
so then
guys.
you know what? I'll do the ads after you leave. Then that makes more sense. Okay, so
Sounds
then
good.
are there any other questions that we should answer before you go?
I closed Instagram. Actually, my mom did ask if you could
go.
sing.
Oh,
Like to actually sing, not can you sing.
Oh,
You're like, I don't want to
I'm not
sing.
sure. What should I sing? What do I sing in the morning? In sleep he sang to me.
You sang that last week.
I know, we did sing it last time. That was some Phantom of the Opera for you guys. And
There you go, Mom. He sang for you.
Yeah. Aqua Goated is asking what's our favorite food. Although we answered that one earlier, Aqua Goated, but I will say again, I don't really have a favorite food. It's more I prefer the atmosphere of where I'm eating more to a particular food. I'll eat almost anything. And
Sushi.
I like sushi. I do like sushi. Yeah, I mean, I
Are you still
definitely like sushi.
Are you still a vegetarian, or are you like leaning in meat again?
I have been a vegetarian lately. I haven't been a perfect vegetarian. I ate some meat a little while ago, because there wasn't anything else where I was. But yeah, in fact, I guess I could talk about that. I tried it out because I watched this documentary called Game Changers on Netflix, and it just kind of got me thinking, and I just decided to try it out. I just tried to try it out, and it's been pretty easy. I mean, I haven't really missed it, to be honest, but
So
yes.
if you were like, if it was like, let's go to Korean barbecue, would you go?
I probably wouldn't, just because there's not a lot there. There's probably not a lot there that like there's not really a way to go there and not eat meat, I don't think, right?
No.
Not really.
No.
So yeah, I probably wouldn't it wouldn't be on my front choice of going.
I love Korean barbecue.
Me too, actually.
Sorry.
I mean, I do. I mean, that's the thing. There are things that I miss, like a pulled pork sandwich, for example. I love pulled pork. I even like hot dogs. Like if I go to a game, I like to eat a hot dog, even though it's like the worst type of meat, I guess. But
You
it still
can get
tastes
a
good.
veggie hot dog.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, yeah, exactly. So there are ways around it. I mean, again, the only reason I would say probably Korean barbecue I probably wouldn't go is because there's just not really an alternative. But I'm trying it out. I'm trying it on. But yeah.
Are there questions? I can answer one last question if someone wants to type one up.
If anybody has one last question for Regine, guys, somebody ask one final question for Regine before she has to go. And then I'll hang out with you guys for a little bit after, and then we'll...
I don't know if you're not asking a question or made a comment. Veggie hot dogs? Question mark.
Oh, that's a question. They exist.
It wasn't for me.
What are they made of? Are they made of tofu, maybe?
I don't know.
I think
You're
they're
the
made of tofu.
vegetarian.
I don't actually do. Okay, Regine. Oh, Taylor asks you,
No.
can Regine do a
I
backflip?
cannot. No,
Have you
I
tried?
cannot do a backflip. No,
you
I
tried?
have not. But after your story, I don't want to try.
Yeah, that's the thing. I probably turned you off the idea. Okay, Aquagoated asks, what's your favorite food? Although you talked about that a little bit earlier, but you can mention that again.
My favorite food is anything Japanese, Mexican, or Italian.
There you go.
And chicken wings.
And chicken wings. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Oh, if you can work somewhere, where will you work at?
Oh, good
I'd
question,
love to work
Face
for Disney. I would love
yeah.
to work for Disney. Just because. I would love to be a Disney princess for a day. Like, just to see what it would be like to go through the whole process of getting dolled up. And although maybe not right now because of COVID, but pre-COVID, I would have loved to try and be a Disney princess for a day.
Oh, you mean like at the actual park? Like, like greeting people and stuff?
Like, I want to be Moana or Jasmine. I
I
think I
you'd be
could pull
good
it
at that.
off.
I think you'd be good at that actually, because you're you know, friendly and you're
Friendly, thanks.
yeah, but you're also good with talking to kids though, right? You are. Yeah. Well, there you go,
Thought
guys.
You meant this. What do I do for work? Oh my God! Now all these questions are coming. I am an event planner. I plan corporate events and social events, and I do social media. I run the Sit Down social media besides Twitter. That's all Scott. And
Which is why the sit down
coach-
social media is not. Which is why the sit down Twitter is not very good. Anyway.
Watch what you say. And I also coach inspiring pageant girls from Little Miss all the way to Mrs.
There you go.
So yeah, that's me.
All right. Well, I think it's already 12:02 now, and I know, Regine, you have to go and get a. I know you have to go. You actually have a photo shoot today. You have a photo shoot today.
I do. I don't normally glam myself up this much on Sundays, just this week.
All right.
But
So
yeah.
I will. Okay. So yeah, I will let you go, and I'll hang out a little more with you guys just because you know, we're hanging out, and it's an Ask Me Anything, and I'll hang out with you guys for a little more. But okay, Regine. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Now hang on.
And guys,
Oh.
subscribe to my channel.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Link in description,
Plug
everybody. Link in description. Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Now hopefully this doesn't disconnect. Hello. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Yeah, you can hear me now, right? Now you can hear me? Yes? I think you can hear me now, yes? Yay, okay. Quickly. I'm going to get the ads out of the way. Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by the following fantastic advertisers. Do you want to find out what your home is really worth? Are you buying or selling a home? Well then, ladies and gentlemen, Jennifer C. at Home Life Culture Link is here to help. Call or text Jennifer today at 647-403-8887. Don't deal with just anyone. Speak to a professional. Jennifer C. at Home Life Culture Link. To see your current listings, visit homelifeculturelink.com. The Mortgage Godfather is here to give you advice with any mortgage needs you may have, and he will shop to find you the best mortgage. Nino Saimeka, mortgage agent. He'll give you an offer you can't refuse. He'll give you an offer you can't refuse. Find out more at mortgagegodfather.ca or call 905-604-6955. And it was brought to you by Jewelry Forever. Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East Markham. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, and change watch batteries, all done on site. And they've recently reopened with COVID safety measures in place, so you're free to go back into the store at Markville Mall. And if you tell them Scott and Regine sent you, you get 15% off your purchase. That's right, 15% off, 15% off. And Jerry there is a real artist. They do custom jewelry. Go on in there. He'll make you something beautiful. Find out more at jewelryforever.ca. Jewelry forever. And if you would like to advertise on the show, it's very easy. Just go to radio show ad, radioshowad@gmail.com. Hit us up with an email. We do the ads live every week, which means you can customize them week to week. So if you've got a sale or an event coming up, we can get the message out in real time to your new potential client base. It's an amazing, wonderful, wonderful thing. Radio show ad, radioshowad@gmail.com. And I'm back. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. And hello. Welcome back. And you guys can now all hear me again, I hope. Yes, you can. I'm seeing the microphone thing going. Hi. Okay, guys. So yeah, like I said, this is a Q&A type situation. Anybody? I'll answer a few more questions from you guys if you got any. Ping looks like your sis. I guess we kind of look alike, kind of. But we are not related. We are not related. Just colleagues, co-workers, friends. All of that business. Oh yeah, Taylor Brown says you can hear us. So how's everybody doing? How we doing out there? I want to say to you guys, to all you guys who are tuning in as well, thank you. So the channel earlier this week passed 1,500 subscribers. 1,500 subscribers, and it's mind-blowing. It's so cool. To have you guys, especially since the live stream started when I started gaming and sitting down and playing live with you guys. I mean, I started doing it for fun, just it was a thing to do, and it was right as this pandemic was starting, and we had to cancel our episode of The Sit Down. That's why if you see my first live stream when I started doing it regularly was a Sunday afternoon, and the reason for that was because I just canceled that episode of The Sit Down because it was a pandemic, and I felt weird. I felt weird not being live on a Sunday, so I jumped online and I thought, okay, I'll just play some Cuphead. I believe it was Cuphead, and people showed up, and then I had Brawlhalla on my computer. I'd played it a few times, and I started playing that, and suddenly, you guys started showing up for that too, and it just became this new thing that's just been growing and growing, and the community's been awesome, and the Discord server's been growing, and I just want to say thanks to you guys. It's just been a wonderful thing. Regine says, sit down siblings. Lol, does that work? Yes, it does, Regine. Sure, why not? We're sit down siblings. Can those subscribers subscribe to me too? Exactly. Yeah, guys. If you're enjoying my channel, subscribe to my co-host, Regine Alaina. Link in description. Hit up her channel. The Yeet Master. Hola. How are you, Yeet Master? Welcome to the stream. It's a very special episode, episode 90 of the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. And I'm just here hanging out. Oh, Josh K says, Scott, I don't think anyone wants to attempt a backflip after your story. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point there, Josh K. I probably didn't make it sound that appealing to people, so that makes sense. But it's definitely it was fun. It was just, I guess, even if you're really good at doing something, if you do it over and over again, and you might get careless and make a mistake with it. And I just, I took the jump too aggressively, or actually maybe not aggressively enough, and took a tumble right onto the diving board. And I was all bleeding. Oh yeah, Regina Alaina, can Taylor do a backflip? I think you can, right? Taylor can do a backflip. If Taylor's still here, let me know. Taylor Brown, if you can do a backflip. Let me know if that's something you can do. Who else did I miss? Did I miss anybody in the chat? Oh, Nightwolf. Did I say hi to Nightwolf? Hi, Nightwolf. Welcome. If I missed you earlier, welcome, Nightwolf, to the stream. A lot of you guys who've just been here from a very long time. Lightspeed Dude was somebody who's been here for a long time. Red, Raccoons 1, all of you guys. Thank you all. Thank you all. Oh, Taylor Brown says, I actually can't. You can't do a backflip, really? I actually can't. I can do backflips. You can do front flips. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Well, I haven't done them anymore either. I haven't even done a front flip in a long time, but Bcraft says, I'm going to watch you on my TV. Okay, well, Bcraft, do you have any questions? Ask me a question. There are a bunch of questions rolling in, and it's a Q&A, so please ask. Ask away, people. I can't front flip? I'm trying to think if I've ever actually done a front flip. Maybe I haven't. Maybe I haven't done a front flip. I can do a dive. I can dive off the backboard. KTC asked Mom, what is... I assume you wrote what, yeah, your height, but what is my height? I am 6'2". 6'2". That's my height. And Regina Alaina is not able to flip. I don't know if I've ever tried, Taylor. I mean, it's unlikely that I will learn to front flip. Oh, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm 6'2" there, KTC Asmo. What else we got? Bcraft, favorite sushi. Favorite sushi. I usually like a roll. I always like the rainbow roll. That's a good one. Or like some of the really fancy looking rolls I like. Yeah. Maybe the rainbow. Although honestly, even just some nice sashimi is good. But again, since I'm trying out vegetarianism, I haven't had it in quite a long time. But when I was eating regular meat and stuff, I would probably have even a nice piece of fresh sashimi. If it's really, really fresh, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, Taylor says Scott is 5'6". Yes, guys, I'm 5'6". What else we got? Yeah, my grandma is taller than me. Yeah, exactly. Josh K, what is my background? Oh, that's a good question. My background is half. It's not even a half of anything, but it's so my dad's side of the family is Canadian, quite a few generations, many generations. But I think if it goes back far enough, I think it's British on my dad's side, but it's British that's been in Canada for, quite a long time. So half Canadian, Caucasian. There might even be some German in there as well. I'm not 100% sure. And then on my mom's side of the family, my mom is from the Philippines, but her dad is actually Chinese, and there's also some Spanish on her mom's side. So that makes me part Filipino, part Chinese, part Spanish. Canadian, British, German. So that's my background, and exactly, which makes me in the end Canadian, as Taylor says. Correct. Chuping says, if you're 5'6", I'm almost taller than you. I'm 5'5". No, I'm not 5'6", Chuping. I am 6'2". That's actually what I am. I actually am 6'2". Taylor, you're ruining our secret. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a secret what our background was. Well, now you guys know. Now you all know. And yeah. And yeah. Well, this has been good, guys. I'm thinking, should I wrap things up then? You know, if anybody else has another question, I can wrap things up. I'm 2'6". That's right. So yeah, that's how it goes. Why does KTC ask Mom, why does Google say everyone from LA is Caucasian? I don't know. I didn't know it said that. Does it say that? I'm not sure if it does necessarily, but I don't know. And Josh K, yeah, that's true. 6'2" is definitely tall for yeah. Filipinos are not usually 6'2". That's a very good point. Actually, a lot of people aren't 6'2". I'm usually one of the taller people in a room. Usually, no, not tonight. Bcraft. Basically, when I jump off today, I'm gonna be watching the hockey game tonight. Go Leafs, go. I always make Sunday. I just do the sit down in the morning. Next stream will be Monday evening at 8:30 p.m. We'll do a Brawlhalla 1v1 tournament. The Leafs are playing the Columbus, right? I think they're playing the Columbus Blue Jackets. I believe that's who they're playing. Taylor will correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Leafs are playing against Columbus. And I'm very excited. Taylor, you wish you were taller, but you're not. You're not. Maybe we'll check again today. But I'm pretty sure I've got you by like this much. By like that much. 2ping is taken off. All right. Have a great night, 2ping, or morning. Have a great day to you. Josh K. Scott, is it considered playoffs for NHL? Yeah. So basically what they've done is I think they allowed a few more teams in because their entire season got canceled, right? So I think what they did was they basically made a special playoff tournament that is, yeah, it's literally the playoffs. I think they made it a little bigger so a few more teams are in. And yeah, it's playoff hockey. So the Leafs are starting today a series against the Columbus Blue Jackets. I'm 2 inches taller than you. You wish. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should talk about before I wrap things up. Because I'm not sure. What are my predictions? I don't know. You know what the interesting thing is, Josh, that I'm really interested in is I mean, obviously I'm cheering for the Leafs. I think they'll win. I mean, they're a good team. They've got enough good players that they can do it. I'm just curious to know what this whole shutdown did for it. You know, will it affect the games? There's going to be no crowd. You know, so is there a hometown advantage anymore? I don't know. Has the training been as good? I don't know. I mean, I assume it has probably. But it's definitely a unique situation. It's definitely a unique situation. I'm actually really excited to see. Apparently they've put up all these LED screens and things in the audience as well, because there's obviously no crowd. So they added a whole bunch of things, and it's I'm very interested to see what it's going to look like. It's going to be interested to see what it looks like. Regine says, I got a new sub. Thank you. Oh, awesome. Thank you, guys. One of you guys went over and subscribed to Regine. Appreciate that very much. I'm glad you did it. Josh K. Yay, no more Bruins, maybe. I'm not the biggest fan of the Bruins, lol. Oh, I don't know. I'm not a Bruins. Oh, me neither there, Josh. They're an Original Six team, but I've always been a lifelong Leaf fan myself. Always been a lifelong Leaf fan. All right. Well, people, this has been a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Thank you guys for asking the questions. Thank you guys for sending them over Instagram. And some of you guys asked them in the chat as well. So thank you. I like that we did this Q&A. It was a nice moment. 90 episodes of the sit down. 1,500 subs on the channel so far, and it's still going up every stream. You guys are so cool with that. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for following. Thank you for the subscribing. It's been a great thing. And let's get more. Let's keep going. I'm so excited to see where it's all going to go. Tomorrow night, Brawlhalla, 1v1 tournament. And yeah, Josh K's taking off. I'm heading out as well. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you so much. Hit that like button if you haven't yet, guys. Smash like, smash subscribe, all that good stuff. And this was nice. You know, I like starting my morning to just sit and chat with you guys. It's a wonderful thing. Exactly, Regine. 900 episodes. Exactly. 900 coming next. Coming next. Goodbye. I'm Scott Dion Brown. Regine is... Yep, Regine, have a great photo shoot. And yeah, on behalf of Regine and myself, you guys could have gone anywhere and done anything on this Sunday morning. Or not gone anywhere, but gone anywhere online. But you chose to come here and hang out with us and just for a chat and participate and all that stuff. And I'm very grateful. So, thank you guys. And we'll see you guys next week. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And Regina and I will see you guys next week for the next episode of The Sit Down. And take care. Oh, Nighthawk 30 just arrived. Hello, Nighthawk 30. I was just about to say goodbye, but how are you, Nighthawk? How are you? Regine says Sunday, November 16th, 2036 will be our 900th episode. All right, guys, make sure you tune in. Sunday, November 16th, 2036 for our 900 episode special. That'll be good, Regine. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. By that time, we'll have 100 million subscribers. It's going to be a pretty good time, right? 100 million by 2036. We'll see. Will YouTube still exist in 2036? Some version of it will, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, everybody, I'm Scott Dion Brown. Go Leafs go. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for all that stuff. I'll see y'all again real soon. Cheers, guys. Cheers.